Mga ate at mga kuya, welcome back to Kuya PuTo's channel. So, my last video that I uploaded is medaya ba yung sugal? And napakadami ko pong nakuha ng mga comments. Yung iba nagagalit, yung iba they agree. So I figure I'll make a part 2 to address yung mga ibang questions ng mga viewers po natin. So, medaya ba mga sugal? Medaya ba mga casino? Medaya ba yung mga online na yan? Yun ang pag-uusapan natin dito sa video na to, part 2. So guys, dun sa last video na ginawa ko, I concentrated mostly on table games because yun ang department ko. So we're gonna go a little bit further, okay? We're gonna tackle more departments, more issues, and different parts where daya can be an issue. Marami pong nagko-comment, tinatanong nila sa akin, Kuya PuTo, paano na may mga slot machines na yan? Sa loob po ng casino, obviously, makikita nyo, sobrang dami ng slot machines. Hindi lang po slot machines, pati yung mga electronic blackjack, electronic roulette, electronic baccarat, electronic poker, kalat po yan on the casino floor. You have to understand, like I mentioned on the previous video, yung pong mga casino, we are governed by a governing body. Dito po sa Ontario, Canada, it's called the AGCO. And napakahigpit po nila. As in, napakahigpit na mga policies and procedures and protocols that are implemented on the casino side itself na kailangan we have to abide by the rules dahil kung hindi, napakalaki po ng fine tsaka napakalaki ng problema na pwedeng ma-face ng casino up to shutdown. And we don't want that. So, like I said, it's 100% legit. It really is. Mistakes happen, but walang cheating, okay? So with regards to the slot machines and with regards to all of the other electronic gaming sa casino floor, like I said, regulated po yan. Take this from a long-time casino employee. Ito po nakita ko yung nagtatrabaho ako doon. So alas 4 ng umaga, that's called the graveyard shift. Yung slot department, they do rounds all across the casino floor. Nire-reprogram po nila yung mga machines. Yes, nire-reprogram nila yon. According to the slot supervisors and the slot techs, the ratio that they program the machines with is in accordance with our governing body, which is the AGCO. They would never tell us what the actual ratio is, but for every dollar that a customer puts inside the machine, there's a certain percentage, okay, that the machine will keep, and there's a certain percentage that the machine will spit out. Etong pinakamalaking problema doon. Karamihan po ng tao, pag natatalo sila sa slot machine, sasabihin nila may daya. Dahil, ang dami ko nang pinasok na pera dito. Tapos wala pa rin tama, hindi pa rin bumibigay. See guys, yung mga slot machines na yan, they're all random, di ba? So, parang, think of it as a clock. Merong oras na walang gagawin yan kundi kumain ng pera. Pero meron ding oras na luluwa ng pera yan. So, if you're lucky enough to sit on a machine na busog na, ready nang lumuwa, mananalo ka. So many occasions, guys, napapansin ko dati, there would be like an old lady, nakaupo sa slot machine. Lagay ng pera doon sa loob ng slot machine na yon. Hindi nananalo. An hour would go by, 2 hours go by, 3 hours would go by. Next thing you know, ubos na yung pera ng matanda, aalis na. Tapos merong uupong bigla. Isang pull pa lang, nanalo na. So how do you explain that? It's all random, guys, and it's all regulated by a governing body sa loob ng casino. Okay? Kailangan mo lang gawin para manalo kayo, tsempohan nyo. Dahil like I said before, parang clock yan eh. Okay? Parang clock yan. So, there's gonna be time where kain ng pera yon. But there will always be time na mabubusog yung machine and eventually it's gonna spit out some money. Now, it's up to the players to guess when that time is. So, I hope that explains just a little bit Kaya alam ko marami pong magdi-disagree dyan, lalo na yung mga long-time slot machine players. But this is what happens behind the scenes that a lot of people don't see. And I've seen it because I work there. Okay? So, sa mga tao na tinamaan or sa mga tao na do not agree with what I just said, you're entitled to your opinion. I'm just saying what I witnessed every single day for the past 26 years. So guys, tandaan niyo, pag pumasok kayo sa casino, lahat ng games, whether electronic, slot machine, table games, poker games, lahat po yun, there is a mathematical advantage that belongs to the house. Okay? Kaya tao natatalo because it's been proven mathematically and strategically na merong advantage talaga based on numbers yung house. And since the house owns the casino, pwede rin po silang mag-implement ng mga rules to increase that house advantage. And nasa sa tao na po yun if they still want to continue playing or not. Kaya napakahirap po minsan talagang manalo. And that's the complaint I get from a lot of people, di ba? So what kind of things does the house do? So like I said, there's already a built-in percentage house advantage. Pero kung gusto pa pong kumita ng konti yung casino, they're gonna bend some of the rules. So what kind of rules do they usually implement para lumaki pa yung mga advantage ng house? I'll give you an example. Sa blackjack, okay? If you get a blackjack, it pays 3 to 2. They can manipulate that rule and set some tables to only pay 6 to 5. So mas mababa yung makukuha nyo every time you get blackjack. Or even better, yung ibang mga blackjack tables. Yung blackjack pays even money lang. Isipin yun. You know, that works against the players, di ba? And works for the house. Tapos gagawin pa po nila minsan sa mga poker games. Yung mga jackpots na makukuha mo when it comes to Let It Ride or Caribbean Stud, ililimit po ng casino yon to a certain amount. The casino can do whatever they want inside the premises. And it's up to the people. It's up to the players, to the customers, whether gusto pa rin nila magsugal o hindi, di ba? Alam ko minsan parang talagang totoong disadvantage yun for the player. But, kaya nga tinatawag natin na sugal, di ba? A lot of people still choose to do it even though they know the odds are stacked up against them. Marami rin pong magsasabi kay Kuya PuTo. But meron ako naririnig minsan, sinasabi nila, pag yung tao nanalo ng sobrang laki, ibaban ng casino or itatrespass nila. Alam niyo guys, just like what I said on the previous video, over the years, they put us through so much training for game security, customer service, spot this, spot that, cheating videos, lahat po yun. And while we're working on the casino floor, okay, part of our job is pagmasdan yung mga kilos ng tao, pagmasdan yung paano magsugal yung mga tao. And if we suspect na there's a possibility, kahit gaano kaliit, surveillance, management, dealers, everybody on the floor, okay, we work together to spot these people. And we don't even have to prove that they're quote-unquote advantage players. If we just suspect na merong hindi tama na nangyayari kung bakit nananalo sila, the casino can and will trespass them. Yes, it's well within the casino's rights because inside that building, it's considered private property. Mangyayari lang po nun, you know, the player who's winning, who's doing something a little bit different than the normal average gambler. By the way, like I said, we call them advantage players, diba? Which will be another topic for another video in the future. They will be approached by myself or, you know, other parts of higher management and sasabihin nila, excuse me, sir, you know, we apologize, but your game is just a little bit too strong for us and we need you to leave. Parang ganon. And that happens every now and then. So guys, eto naman. I got so many comments about this. Ang dami pong nag-complain with my last video dahil hindi ko po in-include to. Kuya PuTo, paano naman yung mga online casinos na yan? Ang dami po nagtanong about online casinos. See guys, ito problema sa online casinos, okay? Hindi mo alam kung saan yung base nila. Hindi mo alam kung sino yung regulators nila, kung merong silang regulators. Yun ang problema. Call me old school, pero sa akin po, anything electronic that's not regulated can be manipulated. So sa akin po, unless this online casino is a sister company of, or if it's sponsored by the governing body who usually governs all the big commercial casinos around the vicinity, around the area, then yes, I would trust it. Because I know that they have a structure. They have a legal structure. Okay? Pero napakadami po, kalat po yung mga online casinos dyan. Anything can be controlled electronically. Lalo na po kung hindi sila regulated. Like who's to know? Lalo na in this age that we live in, right? Na there's a computer program or something that remotely controls the outcome of whatever. Okay? Like, how can you prove that? Lalo na kung di sila regulated because they don't have to answer to anybody, di ba? Tandaan nyo guys, nung yung Texas Hold'em pumatok. Like, you know, many years ago, nangyari to. It got really, really popular. And all of these Hold'em poker sites started to become available online para makapagsugal kayo, di ba? Yung po mga katrabaho ko dati, naging adik-adik doon. So, ginagawa po namin, not me, but ginagawa po nila, they would go on to these poker sites. And then, they would find the same table to play on. So, palagay nyo mga tatlo kong mga katrabaho, okay? Nandun sila sa mesa. And then, there's 6 other people on the table. Complete strangers. Nakikita nyo po dun sa computer screen, di ba? Yung tatlo kong mga katrabaho, naka-on yung cellphone nila. So, every single time that they get dealt 2 cards each, okay? Sasabihin nila sa isa't isa nila kung ano yung cards nila. So, alam ko, daya yun. But then, you know, that was one of the loopholes that you could take advantage of. To know what 2 other people's cards are on the table against the other 6 gives you such a big advantage to Texas Hold'em poker. That's just one example. Paano pa ngayon? Okay, many years after, you know, there's AI, there's computer programs, or programmers, electronic, whatever, out there. Call me a conspiracy theorist, pero I don't have that much confidence at all pagdating sa mga online gaming na yan, online casinos yan, lalo na po ngayon dahil, in my opinion, I'm old school, right? Everything and anything can be manipulated, especially if it's like, you know, computers. Unless they are regulated by a governing body, like a legit governing body. So guys, the last topic that I want to talk about is private games, private casinos, underground casinos. Layuan nyo po yun kung ayaw nyong madugasan, kung ayaw nyong madaya. Because there's a reason why they're called underground, there's a reason why they're called private. And they happen. Yes, they do. They happen. Because yung pong rules nila, it's way different than how legit commercial casinos are operated. They operate on their own rules. Okay? Marami po akong mga kakilala, marami po akong mga kaibigan na nagwo-work or used to work for these private games. And they can be very, very shady. I'll give you an example. Kunyari, naglalaro kayo ng blackjack sa private game. Okay? It's not uncommon, sasabihin po nung upper management sa mga dealers. Pag nananalo yung player, slow your game. Slow your deal. Start making mistakes para mainis yung tao so they can leave. Or at least, slow your game that way. The table does not bleed as quick. Totoo yan, guys. Another tactic that they would use, okay, sa mga blackjack tables, they would take some of the tens out from the deck. I've seen this happen, and my friends have confirmed this many times over, okay? when you take the tens out of the deck on blackjack, on multi-deck blackjacks, it gives the house such a huge advantage. Ginagawa po nila doon. Napakadami nilang ginagawa. Like another one, sa mga poker games, okay? Tandaan ko nung bata po ako when poker was still new. I've had several friends, you know, that would deal underground Texas Hold'em poker games. Yung house, the way they make money sa poker games, rake, session fee. Yung pong rake, about 5%. You take the rake from the pot after each and every hand. So they would be instructed by the house, make sure you double rake, make sure you triple rake. Dati po kasi, dealers can get away with it dahil number one, walang camera. Okay? Or at least, the camera is not working for the player's safety. The camera is working for the house advantage. Okay? And mga players po noon, they're not too familiar with Hold'em poker. Not like what it is now. Ngayon, napaka-popular na po. So, yung mga dealers, mabibilis. Yung mga dealers, magagaling. So, they're able to get away. Double raking, sometimes triple raking the pot. Okay? And di po sila nahuhuli because it's hard to catch them. So, mga examples po ganun. Pwede kayong madaya. So, mag-iingat po kayo doon. Actually, layuan nyo na lang. Kung magsusugal kayo, huwag kayong magsusugal doon dahil madadaya po kayo talaga. So guys, alam ko po maraming magdi-disagree sa mga sinabi ko dito sa video na to. Pero this is just like, you know, based on my experience. Alam ko po everybody's experience is different. But I'm actually the guy that worked behind the scenes. I'm actually one of the guys that work behind the curtains that most gamblers, most people do not see. So I have way more stories that I can tell and share with you. Just let me know if this is interesting enough and I'll be more than happy to share more. And if there's a topic that you guys want me to talk about, comment down below. So sana naman po, you know, natuwa kayo ng konti or at least meron kayong natutunan or na-entertain kayo dito sa short video ni Kuya PuTo. And if you have not subscribed, subscribe naman kayo dito sa channel natin so we can grow this as big as we can. So guys, this is Kuya PuTo wishing you good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Stay hungry, stay humble, keep your hustle strong. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye for now. Pag-ibig na walang hanggan.